Welcome to the deep dive. I'm really looking forward to getting into today's topic. It's something that honestly could make a difference to how you use your phone every day. We're taking a really close look at the Mint browser. It's a web browser made specifically for Android phones.
Yeah, and our goal here isn't just, a feature list. We want to unpack the thinking behind it, the design philosophy, really help you understand why Mint browser manages to stand out when there are just so many mobile browsers already out there.
Exactly. We've been going through quite a bit of material, descriptions of how it works, the ideas behind its design. So expect some maybe surprising details. Practical stuff too, things that might make you think differently about mobile browsing. So let me ask you this, just starting off. Have you ever been browsing on your phone and just wished it was, simpler, faster, especially if maybe your phone's getting a bit old or you're always running out of space?
Right. And that feeling, that frustration, that's exactly what Mint browser is aiming to fix. The core idea is efficiency, delivering a really lean, streamlined experience for Android users. It's about focusing on what you really need when you're browsing on the go.
Okay, efficiency, lightweight. That definitely sounds appealing. Before we dive into the how, though, who actually makes this? Who's behind Mint browser?
It's developed by Xiaomi.
Ah, Xiaomi. Okay, that name rings a bell. Big player in mobile tech.
Exactly. And knowing that gives you a hint, doesn't it? They often focus on, efficient hardware and software. So a lightweight browser fits right in. And it is lightweight. The core identity is its small size, often under, 15 megabytes, which is tiny these days.
15 megabytes. Wow. Okay, so that's not just small. That's minuscule for an app like a browser.
It really is. And the key thing isn't just the number. It's what that means for performance. Faster browsing speeds, especially, like you said, on phones with limited storage or maybe older processors, it means the browser itself doesn't bog down the phone.
Yeah, I can immediately see how that would help. You install it, and suddenly maybe your whole phone feels a bit snappier because the browser isn't hogging resources. So less space used, faster speeds. What about the look and feel? The interface?
No, it's very clean, simple. They've clearly put a lot of thought into the user experience, keeping things uncluttered and intuitive. It's not trying to overwhelm you.
Okay. Simple, fast, lightweight. Got it. But here's something I read about that really jumped out. A kind of standout feature, maybe. It's built-in video download capability. Now, this sounds interesting. I mean, be honest. How many times have you been scrolling, found a cool video, and thought, I wish I could just save this easily? And then it's like finding another app or some weird website.
Exactly. That's a super common thing people want to do. And Mint tries to solve it directly. The way it works is pretty clever. As you're browsing, if there's a detectable video on the page, the browser is designed to spot it automatically.
Okay, so it sees the video file.
Yeah, basically. And then a little download button just appears, usually right there in the browser's controls. You don't have to hunt for it.
A download button just shows up. So one tap, and it saves straight to your phone. No messing around with other apps or extensions.
That's the idea. One tap, direct download. It takes away all those extra steps.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a big deal. It tackles such a common frustration. So does this work everywhere, like on YouTube or other big platforms, or are there catches?
That's a fair question. It aims for pretty broad compatibility. For standard web videos you find on many sites, it works surprisingly often. But like any tool like this, it's not magic. If a video is heavily encrypted or has strong DRM protection, like maybe some streaming services, it probably won't work there. That's standard, really. The focus seems to be on making it easy for the common scenario, finding a video on a blog, a news site, social media maybe, and just saving it quickly.
Right, for those everyday finds.
Yeah, and what's really neat is how they built this into the browser. It's not an add-on, it's core functionality. That simplifies the whole process for the user enormously.
Yeah, I can see that. No to install something extra that might, have its own issues or privacy concerns. It's just there. Okay, so that video download feature is definitely a major selling point. But you mentioned it's not just a one-trick pony. What else does Mint browser pack in to sort of round out the experience?
All right. They didn't just stop there. They've included several other quite practical features, things that address other common mobile browsing needs. First off, there's built-in ad blocking.
Oh, always welcome.
Definitely. Reduces clutter, makes pages load faster because you're not fetching all those ad scripts and images. It's a big part of that speed promise. Then incognito mode. Pretty standard now, but essential for privacy. Lets you browse without saving history, cookies, that sort of thing, locally on your device.
Good for sensitive searches, yeah.
Exactly. And they also have a data saver mode.
How does that work? Does it just block images?
It's often a bit more than that. It might compress images, yes, But sometimes browsers like this can also route traffic through their own servers to compress data before it even reaches your phone.
Hmm.
The main goal is to use less of your mobile data allowance.
Ah, okay. So really helpful if you're on a tight data plan or maybe somewhere with patchy signal.
Precisely. And finally, there's a night mode. Changes the interface to darker colors. Much easier on the eyes if you're browsing in bed or, low light conditions. Reduces that
Yeah.
bright glare.
So ad blocking, private mode, data saving, night mode, plus the video downloads. It really does sound like they've thought about the whole journey, right?
Yeah.
Different situations you find yourself in when you're just trying to use the web on your phone. It's quite a complete package for something so lightweight.
I think that's a good way to put it. When you look at the whole picture, Mint Browser carves out this specific space for itself. It's robust in its core features, but still fundamentally minimalist. It's clearly aimed at Android users who value that efficiency, that speed, but also want these specific integrated tools like the video downloader. It's a design philosophy saying, let's give you the useful stuff without the extra weight.
And hopefully this deep dive has given you a clearer picture of what that means. A shortcut, maybe, to understanding a browser that takes a slightly different path, prioritizing speed, efficiency, and those integrated features. It's a genuine alternative approach to browsing on your phone.
And thinking about this, it does bring up a bigger question, doesn't it? We see apps getting more and more complex, bigger all the time. So where does the future lie for essential tools like a mobile browser? Is it about packing in every possible feature, these huge integrated suites? Or is there real value in going back to basics, focusing on being lean, fast, and efficient? Maybe just integrating a few really useful extras. What do you think? What's the most valuable thing a mobile browser can actually offer you today?